for not tier 2 but F2, and yeah, it's me, Ninja, joining you with F2 with CDR. Which is all very, very good. I'm just going to turn my volume down. Evening Nerf Pack, how we doing? Yeah. Well, it's my first time commentating F2, so you're gonna have to bear with me whilst going through quali and races, etc. So, yeah. And we've got Curly ready to go. And good evening, everyone who has joined. Welcome to Spain with F2. Good evening also, how we doing? Should be a good array of cars, and a couple names that I'm familiar with, a couple names that I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad also, not doing too bad at all. But as I was saying, a couple names I'm familiar with, a couple names I'm not. So, yeah. Good evening, Dan. As we just wait for the timer to tick down. Evening, Cameron. Good evening, Curly. As we just wait for Osso Bosso to connect with us. As Kieran says evening and Curly says preset 5. That is high downforce, if I remember rightly. Because we got increased then full high downforce. I'm not sure, but we're still waiting for Mr. Osso Bosso to connect with us. Earth to Osso, are you receiving? I don't think Osso is receiving. Good evening, Nikki. Curly says it's the fastest preset. Also says, do I need to leave? As Nerf Pack says, wet race, dry quali. Thank you, Nerf Pack. Sorry about me leaving for a quick second, but it should be quite interesting. Wet race, dry qualifying. With the tier 3 race last night, we had a wet qualifying, dry race. So we should, as Nerf Pack says, dry sprint, wet feature. That'll be quite interesting. Also, Bosso in first at the moment. We're on board with Nerf Pack. as also Bosso crawling down the field as we're on board with CDR Hamster, who's currently in second place, going round turn 3. As No Fandangles now put himself to P2. As Kieran Hound going for 1 by the looks. As he goes round turn 5. CDR Kieran going round turn 7. Not doing too bad. Cameron Porter at the front, leading as Curly is out. We've got Scotty 1597 at the edge of turn 9 as Mechanical goes up to P5. As Wab Staten says, good luck everyone. Yeah, good luck to everyone watching who is also racing. As we just follow Scott, we've got Mechanical in 4th. Solid drive for him at the moment. But it's ODD Wicken who is at the back, and Cameron Porter who is at the front with a fastest lap of a 1:26.598. And Scotty 15, P2 with a 1:27.258. As it also says it isn't doing anything. Oh. That's strange. As, yeah, Cameron Porter picks up the fastest lap, and all the way down at the back it is WTL Curly with CDR Hamster disqualified, as well as ODD Wicken, with CDR Kieran picking up a P5. Not bad from him, but it is Matey Boy who will be P1. I think it's in the feature. I'm not too certain. But yeah, a couple close times. We've got Elite Hound and Matey Boy 100th apart. But yeah, that was an interesting qualifying. But now we'll move to the sprint. As, yeah, as Nerf Pack said, it is dry, which is all me. As we just wait for the clock to tick down for the 13 lap race for the sprint. As it also says, it won't let me join back. Right. I'm not sure. Oh wait, no, I was wrong. It's King Luckman who's got pole for the sprint. I am now. Right. Nice to know. We'll go on board with also just to make sure. As, yeah, we are now on formation lap. And our pole sitter, Cameron Porter, down in P10. As he's just warming his tyres up as he goes round to turn 3. Weatherman Harry in P4, he'll be looking for a good result. CDR Elite Hound, he'll also be looking for a good result in the sprint. As I said, a 13 lap race around the Circuit de Catalunya for this evening. As please teabag me, says Mr. Ninja. Good evening, teabag. How are we doing? Matey Boy P2 looking fairly comfortable. We'll have a look at tyres quickly. The Highlander on softs. Everyone else on the hard compound tyre. That is an interesting and bold choice from Highlander. Highlander elect in the softs. They'll be going pretty much instantly as King Luckman goes round turn 14. Has Nikki subscribed? Thank you, Nikki. Thank you very much. Good evening, Clay, as well. I know you're watching. I know you always like watching the F2 in bed on a Monday evening. And I don't know why you're in bed at 8:30 in the evening. You old man. But I'll go on board with Weatherman Harry for the race start. As we just wait for everyone to get settled. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're away for the 13-lap sprint race. Cameron Porter getting an amazing start. Colby also getting a good start on the side of Weatherman Harry. As we go down into turn 1, is it going to be clean? That is the question. It seems to be no, that we have had a spin. And I believe it is Scotty 1597. Yes, it is. Weatherman Harry sneaking up to P3. With Elite Hound not that far off the back. As T-Bag says, no hamster. Oh. Yeah, he's in P12. Here he is, here's good old hamster. As Highlander. Ooh. Ooh, that's a nasty one. At the end of lap 1. That is a nasty crash at the end of lap 1. At the end? Middle of lap 1 as we have a VSC. But I think that is turned into a... I think that's going to turn into a full safety car. As Highlander's car is in the middle of the track. Well done, T-Bag. Well done, T-Bag. And it is still a virtual safety car, but Elite Hound, P4. Weatherman Harry dropped a place, I believe. We'll have a look at the position changes. So far it is Cameron Porter in P6, 4 positions gained. ODD Wicken in P9 with 8 positions gained. As T-Bag says, yeah, not to use him being down there, to be honest. That's why I was confused. Ah, makes sense. We'll go on board with Elite Hound, who is on the back of Colby in this VSC. Matey Boy doing well to give King Luckman a 1.4 second gap. As we go into turn 4. As ODD Wicken gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSE. And Elite Hound fighting with Colby at the exit of turn 5. And it is Cameron Poulter who gains out of that battle, picking up 2 positions from Elite Hound and Colby. As Ronan Saurus is in the pits. As I expected, he may have got caught in amongst that crash in Sector 1. As we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1 and Sector 3. Who's that? That is Elite Hound who is going backwards. Who's that who's gone with him? It is not Osso. I think, I'm not sure. But it is Weatherman Harry in P3, who is putting a lot of fight with Cameron Porter behind. And Matey Boy just ahead. We'll go on board with Cameron Porter as he tries to go round the outside of Weatherman Harry into turn 1. As Weatherman Harry goes deep, but is trying his best to keep up. No, Weatherman Harry's gone. He's spun. And no damage done there as ODD Wickens in the pits for his drive-through. As Cameron Potter goes into P2. How many positions has he made up now? 8 positions in just 3 laps. That is just absurd. As we'll go down the grid to see Scotty 15 with also Bosso just ahead of him. 3.5 tenths the gap as we go into turn 8. No, that is turn 7. So far it's Cam Porter, the man to beat with 9 positions gained. And I think he may go for a move on Matey Boy as we go down the main straight. Crazy start, yeah. That was a ridiculous start. As Matey Boy gets a little bit of wheel spin coming out of turn 15. That will help Cameron Porter as we go down the hill towards turn 1. Cameron Porter picks up the fastest lap with 1:36.83. And is he going to be close enough? Yes, he is. Goes down the inside of Matey Boy. That is now 10 positions for Cameron Porter. As Kieran and Mechanic are having a good scrap at the start of Sector 1. I believe King Luckman has gone backwards and it's now wheel to wheel with Scotty 123. I actually had a joy of commentating a couple seasons ago when he was in Tier 2 before he got moved up to Tier 1, as No Fandango trying to get past Mechanical as he is battling with Kieran. And we'll stick on with this for a couple of corners. We'll even go on board as we go around turn 9. Let's go on lap 4 now. Mechanical trying to get past Kieran but can't. As we go down the order at Scotty 15, battling with Curly. And who's that? Who's just got it? Well, it is Curly. And he has lost an end play as ODD Wickham picks up 3 seconds for track limits. As, yeah, Curly's lost an end play. CDR Kieran trying to defend from Mechanical now on the main straight. We'll go on board with Mechanical. What's he going to do? Down the outside. Can't quite make the move. Cameron Porter picking up a 1.2 second gap on Matey Boy in a couple of laps. Cameron Porter is absolutely rapid around Spain in these F2 cars by the looks. He'll be a man to watch in the feature as Kieran and Mechanical going side by side around turn 5. And No Fandango not that far behind either. We'll stick on with this battle and we'll go slap bang in the middle with Scotty 123 to get the view as we go around turn 9. Mechanical sticking to Kieran's gearbox by the looks. We'll go on board with Dancy if that will help at all. Mechanical over anticipating Kieran's movements through turn 10 as we go through to turn 13, as we'll stay on board with No Fandango for a moment just to see if Mechanical can get past, and will he be able to? I don't. He's going around the outside. Will Kieran defend it? Yes, he does. Mechanical trying to go for the switchback as Dan gets loose on the inside curb of turn 2. As Scotty 123 now half a second behind Dan. We'll go further down the order. I believe ODD Wickham has had a spin and is now defending from Nerf Pack into turn 1. But we will stick on with this battle between CDR Kira and Mechanical, No Fandango, Scotty 123 and King Luckman for a battle for P4. As we'll go on board with Dan. Will Mechanical be able to get past anyway? As he does try going up the inside of turn 10. Will he be able to make it around turn 11? No, but No Fandango takes that easy overtake. As we get wheel to wheel now through turn 14. As Cameron Porter picks up a faster slap again with a 1 minute 29.317. Is Dan close enough to make the move on CDR Kieran into turn 1, or possibly even before? I believe he is, as it safely goes round the outside. So we'll go on board with Scotty 123, who is 4 tenths behind Mechanical, riding the limiter as he goes through turn 3. Mechanical trying his best to get through past Kieran to try and get to Dan. Dan saying, you know what, I've got clean air, I've got 9.2 seconds of a gap ahead, I'm just going to use this space to try and get past get as far away as possible. He is currently 6 tenths away from Kieran, as Weatherman Harry and Scotty are fighting, as that is Weatherman Harry in the wall at turn 9, as also Bosso goes around and Elite Hound follows. The gap to Kieran and Dan 7 tenths, and it is still gaining. What a sprint this has been, as Cameron Porter picks up the fastest lap again at 1:29.297. There is no stopping this man today, as Scotty 15 trying to overtake the other Scotty in P7. As we'll just go with the outboard cameras for a minute, and that is Cameron Porter. He's had a bit of a mishap by the looks into turn 1. Matey Boy trying his best to get past Colby as we go into turn 5. Mechanical on the back of Kieran, and Dan 1.1 seconds away from Kieran now, out of DRS. So Kieran may just be a sitting duck. And who is that who's gone backwards at the back? I believe it is ODD Wicken. Yes, it is. Turn 2 has had a bit of a spell on him. Mechanical going backwards on Kieran. Gap was 2 tenths, it is now 6 tenths. As King Luckman goes up the inside at turn 10 on Scotty, but Scotty's having none of it. We'll go on board with this actually, as Scotty 123, sorry, has a bit of a battle. Big for the title challenge this. Colby winning with Hamster P12. Yeah, Hamster having a bit of a disastrous day really after that lap 1 incident, sorry, not turn 1 incident, Jesus. But he is having a bit of slack from Matey Boy Colby. He is trying to stay with him, as Mechanical 3 tenths, 2 tenths away from Kieran, as Hamster drops back a place with the Weatherman Harry overtaking him, puts him back to P12, as ODD Wickham picks up yet another 3-second time penalty for track limits. As we'll go on board with Hamster just to see how he's coping here at Spain, as he is now out of DRS range on Harry. That's not going to be good, as Scotty 15 has overtaken Scotty 123, as also Bosso picks up a 3-second time penalty. Mechanical getting a bit of wheel spin out of turn 11 by the looks. Scotty 15 trying to compensate for that wheel spin. Cameron Porter yet another faster slap, a 1:28.970, and will Mechanical finally get to be able to pass Kieran? We'll go on board with him as we go past the timing tower. As is he going to go around the outside? Kieran late on the brakes again. Mechanical trying to go for the switchback, but not being able to do so, as Mechanical now trying to make it around the outside of Kieran. One thing you do not want to try, and that is trying to beat Kieran out braking, and that is Mechanical in the gravel, as Scotty 15 makes that move. That was a big push from Scotty 15, put Mechanical under pressure, as Cameron Poulter 1.5 seconds away from Matey Boy now. And there's action at the back with Nerf Pack and ODD Wicken as we go round turn 3. Is Nerf Pack going to go round the inside? No, that is clean all day long. That is beautiful racing from the boys. Scotty 15 trying his luck on Kieran now, as we got 2 laps remaining, and the gap between Cameron Poulter and Matey Boy still closing. As Scotty 15 going on the grass as we go past the timing tower. As Scott does the Sebastian Vettel on Kieran, but Kieran's having none of it whatsoever. There was a little bit of contact, but that is beautiful from Scotty 15. Reminds me of Sebastian Vettel, and I can't remember who it was with here at Spain. I believe it was 2016, 17. As CDR Kieran now trying his best to get his way through, as Cameron Poulter's now in DRS range of Matey Boy. This could be costly for Culpy in the long run, as we got a yellow flag. I believe that is Ronan Saurus, who's had a bit of an issue on the last corner. Will Cameron Poulter be able to stay within DRS as we go through turns 14, 15? Yes, he will, and he is 3.5 tenths away from Matey Boy, with no Fandangle in P4, as Cameron Poulter picks up yet another fastest lap at 1:28.835 and goes down the inside of Matey Boy into turn 1. As we'll go into broadcast view to see Matey Boy fighting around turn 3. Beautiful defending from Matey Boy as Cameron Poulter goes round the outside. Will he make it stick? Yes, he will. As we go to what also Bosso is on the back of Hamster. Something I like about these F2 cars, you can actually see the flames out the back. As we'll go to see Scotty 123, who is still trailing on Kieran, as we'll go back up to Matey Boy and Cameron Poulter as we go on to the final lap after turns 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So the final lap of the sprint is underway. And this is where things might get interesting. Matey Boy not getting DRS on Cameron. And Scotty 123 and Kieran's trying to get into the DRS, and I believe Kieran did. Yes, he did. As Cameron Poulter picks up a 3-second time penalty. That will be costly, but I think it'll only put in P3, and that will be 7 positions gained. That isn't bad from Cameron Poulter, as Scotty 123 trying his hardest to get past Kieran, but I don't think he has the grip as he gets a purple sector 2 as I say that. And it's a 3.5, 4 tenth gap by the looks of things, Kieran's got more downforce than Scott, which essentially means Kieran will stay ahead. This is not an overly long straight here at the Catalunya, as Scotty 1, 2, 3, 6 tenths behind, and that is someone at the back, and I believe that is Mechanical having a bit of trouble with the rear of his car as we go through, as we cross the line with Colby taking that P1 spot. Cameron Porter drops down to P3, and Scotty 1, 2, 3. Will he be able to make that late move on Kieran? He is close enough. And that was close. 28 thousandths of a second between Scott and Kieran. What a drag race to the line out of the final corner. And at the back also Bosso on the back of Hound. The battle of the tier 3 boys. Will it be the same? No, it won't. Hound managing to stay in front. As Cameron Potter says, overtook Matey Boy on lap 12 with DRS and got an illegal overtake. Had to give it back on turn 3. Not bad recovery after saying I spun on turn 2 curb. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Solid sprint race from you, Cam. Yeah, 100%. As Dan's left the session. As we now move to the feature, which I believe is 18 laps long. And it's Cameron Porter who picks up the fastest lap as well at 1:28.835. Not too shabby from Cameron. As CDR Kieran started 6th and finished 6th. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. As Nikki says, well done also, still my favourite. As Curly says, 9th place. And the curbs. Yeah, curbs are a bit of an issue here at Spain as we advance now to the feature. As we now move on. Tell you what, this F2 stuff is interesting. It is very, very entertaining to commentate. Make sure Dan gets an invite. Yeah, I'll be doing that straight away. As also says, Nikki, you're the best. That is that invite sent to Dan. I forget I haven't got a co-commentator, Clay. It's just me all alone in the comms box. Nobody to join me. But oh well, it's all good and fun as we've got the ready up time in. Now I believe Nerfpack said that there is a wet feature that'll throw a spanner in the works for everybody with their setups, who's gone for the more... It's dry. As we get going. As we get going for the formation lap. As Dan rejoins. As we wait for the cars to go round. Has Dan returned solid? No, he has not. Yeah, Nerf pack. It's completely dry. Stay on board with mechanical. As we get... it's a 19 lap feature, not an 18 lap. As mechanical simply drives through Dan. As well as a lot of other people. And Scotty 15 P2 for the feature. That's not too shabby. There's Dan back. I think he's going to take control of his car just as we get set. As we'll go with Kieran for this one. As we wait for the grid to set. Actually, I'll have a quick nosy at tyres. Everyone on softs. Now, for the feature, there is a mandatory pit stop. As we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're away for the feature. And who is that who's got an absolute rocket of a start? Is Kieran going to try and jump the gun? No, he is not. And that, who's that who's just spun? Scotty 15. He's gone backwards. Sent to the back. No fandangle in P2. Solid start from him. CDR Kieran on his gearbox though. Struggling with grip out of turn 4. As we'll have a look at the further down the grid. CDR Hamster trying to get past, and does, as ODD Wiccan goes up the inside of Nerf pack on turn 8. That is ballsy. CDR Kieran behind Dan then, as the Highlander behind Curly. But I don't think he is with us. No, he is not. As we watch Ronan Saurus trying his best to keep up with King Luckman. As Cam Potter picks up the fastest lap with a 1:32.424. As Matey Boy tried to go down the inside of Hound into turn 1. Is there going to be enough space? Yes, there is. And Matey Boy says, you know what, I'm not going to get that position. So why not let off for a sec? And that is King Luckman outbreaking himself almost. And he's on the grass, and that is CDR Hamster blocked. As Colby on the back of Kieran, the two masters of late breaking. As we go to lap 2. As Matey Boy goes down the inside of Steve. Oh, no. No, mechanical. Sorry. As we go on board with Matey Boy for a moment. Matey Boy clipping the curb. There's no Fandango picks up the fastest lap. 1:29.436. As we just watch this down the pit straight. Who's gonna brake later? As we got 3 cars. And that is CDR Hamster trying to get past Matey Boy. And then I believe King Luckman going off track. With Ronan Saurus not that far behind as Scotty 15 overtakes also Bosso. But also Bosso not giving up without a fight. No, that has got on Curly. And is that Curly? Yeah. That is also Bosso overtaking Curly. No Fandango within DRS range of Cameron Porter. As we'll go to Matey Boy and CDR Hamster with a battle for, I believe it is 7th, yeah. From 7th all the way down to 14th. As Josh tries going up the inside of turn 11, no not turn 11, turn 12. What about 13? Yeah, I believe he has made it, yeah. As Cam Porter picks up the fastest lap of 1:28.866. But who's going to be able to pay off the DRS? Josh going down the inside. As we just watch King Luckman try to get past Matey Boy into turn 4. Not quite close enough, as we've got 15 laps remaining. As we just watch Scotty 1, 2, 3 battle away with Ronan and Wiccan. As that is CDR Kieran going backwards. Has he lost any part of his front wing? As it also picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. And what is King Luckman's penalty for? Track limits as well. As Matey Boy defending. From ODD Wiccan, as Matey Boy trying to get as close to Steve as possible, as Cameron Porter's now in the pits, and I believe this will be for a set of hards. As Dan and Cole, no, that is Harry and Colby having a good old scrap through turn 2 and 3. And that pit stop has put Cameron Porter all the way at the back. And who's that in front of him? I'm not sure. Ah, right, okay. I was watching Highlander. Never mind. ODD Wiccan 2/10 behind Elite Hound, as Matey Boy did overtake. CDR Elite Hound trying his best to defend from ODD Wiccan. And Matey Boy trying to defend from Hound. As we go to the back of the grid, Kieran also having a scrap. Oh wait, Kieran's in the wall. And as we see Kieran at the edge of ODD Wiccan, King Luckman, and Scotty123 pit. How is the position changes looking? CDR Hamster up 11 positions from P16. That's not too bad. It's Colby trying to make a move on Harry. And just bear with me for 1 sec. And so we have Dan, Harry and Nerfpack in the pits. Will they come out ahead of Cameron? Is the question. No, Cameron Potter's DNF'd. He's retired. He's had enough. As Mechanical on the back of Colby. As King Luckman DNFs too. Matey Boy still on the back of Hound as we go around turn 9. As Matey Boy trying to go around the outside of turn 10. But not quite enough room, and that is... Who's that who's just gone round? It is Steve. As Karen Poulter says, Kieran spun in front of me and collected my wing. Had only used tyres left, so my race is basically over there and then. Ah. As Colby, Mechanical and the Hamster pit. As well as Steve. As Steve stops dead on the line. A lot of people stopping now with 11 laps to go. That puts Ronan Saurus into P1. With Scotty 15 not that far behind. But it is no Fandangle currently in net P1. As we'll watch the battle for the front with Scott and Ronan. I need to turn that off. Is Scott close enough to Ronan to make a move? No, he is not. As Nerfpack's on the back of Osso, going through turn 5. As Nerfpack goes down the inside of Osso. Is Osso thinking about making a move up the inside? No. Scotty 123 in the back, fighting Hound. As Rhinosaurus now in the pits. Matey Boy 7/10 off of ODD Wicken. CDR Hamster 11 places up with 10 laps to go. As ODD Wicken and Matey Boy go on through. I'll just watch this battle for a couple corners. As we just follow this battle. Go on board with Matey Boy for a sec as we go into turn 5. Seventh place for ODD Wicken for the moment, but will that be spoiled by Matey Boy? Matey Boy having to brake a little harder than he wanted to. As well as to stick on board with this. ODD Wicken having a little bit of a slide in turn 11. And Scotty 15 is now in the pit. And no Fandango with a 5.3 second gap. I believe Matey Boy has the closest battle on track. No. And Scotty 123. Now there's also Bosso, who has gone off. As ODD Wickham picks up a 3-second time penalty. As we look at the penalties actually, Rhinosaurus is on 6 seconds, ODD Wickham and also on 3. And we'll go with closest battle, I guess, which is ODD Wicken and Matey Boy. Mechanical up to P3. How many places he made up there? 1, but with Josh and Harry fighting. Never mind. It is ODD Wicken and Matey Boy who are fighting. As we go on to lap 9 out of lap 9, lap 11 out of 19, make that 12 out of 19. 7 laps to go then. As Scotty 123, is he going to be close enough to get the toe off of Steve, as well as the help of DRS? We'll just watch what Scott does into turn 1. Those hard tyres do not seem the greatest tyre. I'm just glad to be in the commentating box, not the actual race. As Scotty 123, 5/10 behind Steve. We'll go on board for a moment. As we hit the DRS zone. As we just follow on with Scott and Steve. Is Scott going to be close enough to make a move this time around? I mean, he's 2 tenths in as Nerfpack goes into the pits. As Nerfpack picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As Curly picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limit. As Scott's not going to give up this place very easily to Steve. As I believe how close is Hound to Scott? Very close indeed into turn 8. Let's just wait for Steve to do something interesting. As Ham now 4 tenths away from Scott. As he'll break himself into turn 13. Will he get DRS? No, he won't. We'll go to Ricardo. I'm thinking of the Red Bull. Josh, a mechanical. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Dan, what magical spell have you put on me? As we've got 6 laps left to go. Mechanical trying his best to defend from Josh, who is currently, I believe, in his 12th positions. Yes, it is. As ODD Wickham picks up yet another 3-second time penalty, as well as Steve. Steve picks up a 3-second time penalty. Will Josh be able to get past this time around? Will he go on the inside or outside? And it's the outside for Josh. And just about makes it stick, I think. As Mechanical Nick giving up without a fight almost. As Weatherman Harry's in the pits. With 5 laps left to go. And here is the man, Weatherman Harry, who's had an okay day. As we just see also in the background, as Matey Boy picks up a 3-second penalty for track limit 2. As we go round to 9 now. As we watch on with Osso and Harry. But watching it from Harry's point of view. No, we'll watch it from Osso's. will also be able to get past Harry this time round. Too far away. That was actually the closest battle too. So 4 laps left. Also trying to stay in with DRS range of Harry. As Weatherman Harry on the back of Hamd, as also gets a little bit of wheel spin. Stick on with this battle for 10th position with 3 laps left to go. As Weatherman Harry now getting DRS. How will he face up against Steve into turn 1? So we get this wicked helicopter shot of Steve and Harry fighting away. As Harry pulls away from Steve, a 1.3 second gap. We'll have a look at Scotty123 though, as he passes Ronan Soros going into turn 10. As we just follow Scott and Ronan. As the grid starting to separate out a bit now. I believe this is also and Hamd are the closest with a 1.4 second gap. We just watch also Bosso. No, we will not. We'll go on board with Weatherman Harry. 8 tenths behind Ronan. With 2 laps left to go. As Harry picks up a 3-second time penalty. Now Harry will have to push. As Kieran's out. And it's turn 9. As Harry struggling away from and we're on lap 18 now of 19. We'll have a look at the position changes. Yeah, there's one clear winner for me. as WTL Curly picks up a 3-second time penalty. We'll have a look at penalties a bit quick. Everyone's on 3 except Curly, Steve, Nerf Pack and ODD Wicken. ODD Wicken's on 9, Ronan's on 9, Steve's on 6, Nerf Pack's on 5 and Curly's on 6 also. As we'll go to the front with ODD Wicken actually, going around turn 3, can't quite get the car to stick to the track. He is trying his absolute hardest to get that P6 on track, but the penalties will pay a difference. As that is Ronosaurus going backwards on the exit of turn 3. But here is our race winner. P1 for No Fandangle. But my driver of the day will be CDR Hamster for the feature. 13 positions up and a beautiful podium to go with it. As ODD Wicken still trying to get past Scott. And that is that all done and dusted. But our penalties will be paying a massive difference to the final times. As we cross the line with Steve and also overtake Steve, we got Ronan, who's got a puncture. That is the first time I've ever seen a puncture. Nerf Pack's getting a puncture almost. As also says top 10. Well done also. As WTL Curly finishes as well. And that has been F2 at Spain. Not bad going from the lads there, as driver of the day obviously goes to CDR Hamster. And I've been thoroughly entertained from the boys. As Nerf Pack says, brilliant work Ninja, loved it. Thank you very much mate. Thank you very much. But anyways, all good things must come to an end. And I have been CDR Ninja. This has been CDR F2. And I'll see you with Tier 2 at Monza on Friday.